This is dominating the trending page today.
The Bronco is back.
That Ford Bronco, the new one, is beautiful.
Yeah. They look so good.
Great
oh
with the doors off.
I want one.
Take my money.
The Ford Bronco is back.
And just like that, everyone is talking about the new Bronco. So here it is, guys. The Bronco has officially entered the mainstream. Now, if you're like me, a Bronco fanatic enthusiast, every other post on Instagram, every other video on YouTube is Bronco related. So I think it's safe to say that Ford has succeeded in blowing everybody's expectations on the new Bronco. As with anything in today's culture, the memes are impeccable. I mean, if you haven't seen them, you know, just look up hashtag Ford Bronco. They just don't stop with this stuff. Somebody is typing away in their mom's basement making some sick old Bronco memes. But one of the best ones that you need to check out is a video that I don't even know how to explain this one, but I'm gonna link it down below. Trust me, check it out. It is pure comedy gold. Now, you know what else is comedy gold? I don't know if any of you noticed, but the Ford comment section is going absolutely bonkers. I mean, some of the guys that comment on the Wild Horses page, they're not too bad, but you head over there and it's like a bunch of 14-year-old gamers just going back and forth.
You sound like a fat 7-year-old who has no life.
But anyways, let's get back into the video, to the meat of the video, and I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my little bro, Russ. Russ, great to have you on the breakdown.
What's going on, guys? I'm glad to be back. So today we have compiled a list of comments that were left on the Ford Bronco release page.
And basically, just so you guys don't have to go look for them yourself, we just thought that these were quite funny.
So here we go, from Yo Mama, which is a great name there. Yes. Chevy, CEO of completely dropping the ball with the Blazer.
Wouldn't we all agree? What's wrong with the Blazer?
Well, what happened is they took the Blazer and turned it into a soccer mom mobile, which is okay. It's okay.
What's wrong with soccer moms?
You know what? Nothing is. That's why we have the Bronco Sport, okay? The Blazer, the Bronco Sport, come on. I mean, you weigh the two, you see. Okay?
Yo Mama's the CEO of Spittin' Facts.
All right, Scott Cofrank. I'll take one of each, please. Here, take my children and my money. Wow, that is some dedication right there.
He must have some crazy children.
I want to know how many kids he has and how much money he has, because maybe we'll take him up on that one.
You think Dad would give us away for a new Bronco? I would give us away if the new Bronco was on the line. But Quiff Mitten, and I don't know if that's weird or anything. We got some interesting names out here. I agree with this one. The whole video, I was waiting for them to drive a white one down the 405. Somebody is gonna do it at some point. Maybe it'll be us, maybe it won't.
Now this one, I can't tell if this is my favorite comment or my least favorite comment. He says, I've never been more sexually attracted to an SUV than when I'm watching this video. I'm in a serious relationship with my car. Now, I think we need to take a few moments of silence for this gentleman. Obviously, his relationship life isn't going very well. I don't really know what there is to say about that. I get what he's saying.
He's sexually attracted to the Bronco. It's 2020.
Yep, that is some, isn't there something called like weird addictions or something? I think he should probably.
He should apply.
Yeah, he'd be featured on there. But hey, it's all right.
As long as you don't make videos about what he's doing with his Bronco.
It's 2020, right?
Okay, I can't say this name. Just read it. It's gonna be up there. New Bronco. Toughness of an F-Series. Spirit of a Mustang. New Blazer. Toughness of a Traverse. Spirit of an Equinox.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
All right, ABCD. That is a solid name right there. Okay, anyways.
Easy to remember.
Anybody else cry as they were watching this? It's so beautiful. It gives me hope for the future and a reason to live. Wow.
That guy's depressed. Or maybe he's not. Maybe
it seems like he deserves a free Bronco. If he needs a reason to live,
I think he just needs help. I think we should call him.
we should probably call him.
Probably respond to him.
Yeah.
Anyways, hope there's a Bryan Cranston navigation voice included. Can you imagine? Turn right for the best adventure of your life.
I have no idea who Bryan Cranston is. So.
I'm guessing, I didn't even look him up, I'm guessing it's the voice that was in all of the commercials.
You all know exactly who I am.
Good stuff, good stuff. There was a lot more, a lot of inappropriate stuff. Like I said, they're going crazy over there in the Ford comments section. If you've got the time, obviously we've got too much time on our hands, go ahead and check out all of that good stuff going on over there, but we just thought it was kind of funny. But anyways, next thing that we're gonna jump into for the breakdown is probably a little bit of stuff that you guys, most of you guys don't know apparently, and that is that whenever you guys are interacting on Instagram, you're not interacting with me as a lot of you guys think. You are actually interacting with the boss right here. This is Russ. He's doing all of the social media managing, so if you get any likes, you know, if Wild Horses likes your picture, if they're commenting on your stuff, it is this guy. All of the DMs are run by him. Just keep that in mind. If he says something stupid, it wasn't me.
Wasn't him, it was me. I say the stupid stuff.
So anyways, I wanted to say that to preface the next thing coming up, and that is because you're interacting daily with a lot of the Bronco community, you've kind of seen the reactions to the new Bronco, and so you've done a lot of polls and different research and stuff. What do you think are some of probably the bigger letdowns, bigger things that people might have been disappointed in, some of the things that people wanted to see, didn't quite get? What is your reaction and reading of some of that stuff?
All right, so I actually have a few answers for that. Based on some polls and just some comments and DMs I've received, the biggest letdown seems to be that there is no V8 option. You know, I feel that, I'm there for that, but let's look at the specs here. We have the 2.7 EcoBoost with 310 horsepower and about 400 pound-foot of torque.
Yeah.
So it could definitely use more, but for wheeling, I mean, you've got what you need right there.
My Bronco makes
what you need. Yep.
Probably a little bit more than 200 right now.
Yeah.
So. Actually, it makes 0 because there's nothing in there.
Nothing in there. 0 horsepower right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I do get the whole V8 thing. You know, you show up to a car meet with a V6, whatever, you get a little bit of, you know, nagging and whatever, but...
Hey, everybody with a V6, go home.
They're going to come out with it at some point, just not yet. They can't throw all their cards on the table, so. And Ford knew that they wanted to release the first editions of the Bronco with a price relatable to the general public. You start throwing the Coyotes and stuff in there, that price does go up. You know, so you guys are complaining about the prices now, but want a V8. You probably really would have been biting your tongue trying to figure out what to do there. But anyways, I mean, that makes sense. You know, we all get it. It's a little bit of a disappointment, but it's something that they're going to figure out. So what else? What else we got?
Towing capacity is 3,500 pounds compared to most trucks, which is around 10,000 plus. Not exactly great towing capacity there. A lot of people wanted to tow their trailers, campers, whatever. Unfortunately, probably not going to be able to do that unless you can figure out some way how, but 3,500, that is a big letdown as well.
To me, that's not a big deal though. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know
it's a
why
Bronco.
people were going to tow stuff around with the Bronco. The Bronco lifestyle, whole idea, especially with Ford, is to just go out into the wild and you know, I'm sure the Sport doesn't have anything better, but the Sport's made for the little stuff where you're probably going to take an RV and stuff like that. You know, or a little camper. I think that the Bronco's probably to, you know, tow a couple dirt bikes or a little toolbox of some sort. You know, it wasn't made to haul cross country with, you know, 10,000 pounds worth of crap. It wasn't made to tow. It was made to off-road, and so I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think it's good enough for what it was made for.
So the last one, well, not the last one, but one of the other big ones is, and we kind of have almost an agreement, but we'll have to see, is the independent front suspension that is coming out in the new Ford Bronco as well. You look at a lot of hardcore rock crawling people and they have, you know, solid front suspension. With Ford putting in the IFS, it's like, okay, like what are you gonna be able to do when you get in between a rock and a hard place? Is it gonna pull through? So we'll definitely be taking it out and putting it in between a few rocks and a few hard places and seeing how well it does, because we want to make sure that this thing wheels like it should, wheels like the classic. So we're excited to do that though.
The last thing that you really have to keep in mind is the 50-year-old Bronco stock didn't do the hard rock crawling stuff. They were capable, especially for what they were doing back in the day. But as people got crazier, you know, like maybe people started smoking weed or something, and they just, you know, got, you know, bigger ideas of what they could actually get across. Motors got bigger, powers got bigger, tires got bigger. They probably just decided to build up these stock Broncos. And so I'm sure that 20, 30 years from now, there's going to be modifications for these Broncos to actually make them capable to do some of this stuff. I think that straight out of the factory, you know, Ford is going to do a pretty good job at the mild rock crawling. Now, there's the argument that Jeeps are going to be able to hang out there, you know, on the trail straight out of the factory. Will the Bronco be able to hang with the Jeep? And again, you cannot have that discussion yet because it's not out. So they've wheeled it out at Johnson Valley. It's done pretty well. We're going to talk about that later in the video, so stick around for that. We'll get into a little bit more in depth. But anyways, yeah, so those are some of the letdowns that the community is feeling as a whole right now. I don't know how the public feels, but the Bronco community as it exists, those are a few of the different things that we were a little bummed about, but a lot of those were just expected, and I think that we're gonna learn to love them. At least I am. I just love Bronco, love Ford, love all that they're doing out there. So anyways, thank you so much, Russ, for coming and joining us in the Bronco Breakdown, giving a little bit of your feedback. This was fun. If you guys actually like seeing Russ here on the Breakdown, shoot him a DM and say, yo, I like seeing you on the Breakdown. It'll make his day, trust me.
It'll make my day.
All he does
Trust
is sit
him.
there on the phone and give him something to do.
That's all I do, 8 hours a day.
Peace. So there you have it, guys. Those are just a few of the common letdowns that we talked about today. Obviously, there's maybe a few more that you guys are feeling. We're not even going to go into those. But anyways, comment down below if you guys can relate to some of that stuff. And no, that is not what you need to comment on to win a free t-shirt. That's just, you know, an opportunity for those of you guys who like typing. Next up, I would like to introduce Chief Wild Horse, aka Jim Creel, aka Pops, to the Breakdown. Glad to have you here today.
Thank you, Mitch.
Today, guys, we are going to be talking about the Bronco stuff, as I mentioned before, the new Bronco, a lot of the stuff. But in this video, you know, we just wanted to be different because there's a million and something videos. We've tried to watch them all just to get as much of the information as we could. We wanted to give a little bit of a different perspective on the new Bronco here at Wild Horses and just kind of talk about it. So, Pops, with that in mind, you know very well that the Bronco is supposedly ripe for aftermarket parts. So, knowing that and seeing the new Bronco and knowing the Bronco enthusiast base in the public, do you think that aftermarket parts are going to consist more of things like body kits and fenders and flashy bumpers and stuff like that, or is it going to lean more towards performance parts like suspension or tunes or whatnot?
Yeah, so my take on the aftermarket world for the new Bronco is it's gonna be the Wild West. You're gonna see everything, the flares, the suspensions, the tune-up parts, the exhaust. It's a vehicle that seems to have been designed for the aftermarket customizer. So anything and everything that works itself in along those lines, from say hardcore suspension lifts to even racing, desert racing type of parts. It seems that Ford has kind of specifically designed it to be customized. So I think it's going to be a free-for-all.
And I think the reason that they designed it that way particularly was because of feedback from the Bronco enthusiasts like ourselves when we went out to Michigan. They asked us a lot of the questions, and some of the biggest feedback that they got from us was the reason the Bronco has become so iconic is because once you build it, there's nothing else like it out there. It's your own. You put your blood, sweat, and tears, and that's just how it is. So I think that they really took that into consideration and said, okay, we need to allow these guys to make their own That way it's harder to part from it, you know? With those things in mind, a lot of the customization and stuff for the Bronco, when you look at Jeep or, you know, the Defender or the FJ, you know, what are some of the things that you think they're gonna do in response to the release of the Bronco? You know, obviously the Bronco comes with a ton of sick stuff. You know, is the Wrangler the only real competitor, or do you got other players in the game, do you think?
Well, I think the appeal of the new Bronco is a lot wider than just our niche culture of off-roaders. You're going to have a vehicle that I'm sure drives great on the street. So there'll be people that just like it because it looks cool and the fact that it should be comfortable. It's just like the Jeep market. You see a lot of these totally fixed up Jeeps that never see dirt. This is gonna happen with this Bronco. You're gonna see super cool tricked out Broncos that never see dirt. You're gonna see other tricked out Broncos that live their life in the sand and the rocks and the mud and the desert racing crowd. It's again, I think Ford's hitting it out of the park with this one.
Yeah, they're definitely hitting a super wide range of people. So, you know, at this point, it's really just become a big slapping contest between Jeep and Ford, you know. The same day, if you guys didn't know, the Jeep released the Concept 6.4 V8 Jeep and the electric one. I think it was just a sorry attempt to steal some press. You know, I don't think it worked very well. I don't think anybody's talking about that other than, you know, only if they know about it. I don't think they did a very good job. They should have saved it for a rainy day.
Release the Hemi.
Hey, if they do, you know, I'm still getting a Bronco, so.
Release the Coyote.
Anyways, I think it still comes down to performance. You know, at the end of the day, it looks good. It's got all of its little bells and whistles. Performance, off-road. You know, is it gonna be able to handle the Rubicon out in Lake Tahoe? Is a stock Jeep going to be able to handle the Rubicon? And I've never been in a Jeep. Well, I've been in a Jeep. I've never wheeled a Jeep hardcore off-road, so I don't know any of that. But from what you say, you think that Jeeps can handle that. As you guys know, we're going to be taking our Broncos straight out to the trail and seeing what it does,
there
what it
is
breaks.
a plan. There is a plan. Okay, we are classic Bronco rock crawler guys, okay? That's our off-road forte. The plan is Mitch is gonna hop in the pit bull. I'm gonna hop in our first arrived two-door Bronco Sasquatch package and see if I can follow him through the Rubicon. I mean, what better test is there than that?
Yeah, that's the thing. The thing is the public still has a year to wait. You know, we've got a year before we can actually go do that. So everybody is going to be giving their opinions. We could give you more opinions, but you know, we're just going to get out there and test that. Wait for that video, because that video is going to be off the chain. It's going to be sick. It's going to be one of the best reviews for off-road that you see on YouTube. Anyways, guys, we've talked for a little bit of time. That's where we're going to wrap up with Jim and Pop's dad. Thank you for hopping on the breakdown.
Thank you, Mitch.
Bronco.
Thank you guys for checking it out. Peace!
All right, guys, next up on the Bronco Breakdown, we actually made our own little Bronco versus Jeep. We actually made our own little Bronco versus Jeep spoof, and no hate to the Jeep guys. They were just having a little bit of fun, but I'm gonna insert that right here. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Now, some of you will get the reference, the rest of you way over your head. Don't worry about it, just focus on the t-shirt in the video, because if you guys didn't tune into last Bronco Breakdown, we just released a ton of new t-shirts. You definitely want to check them out if you're into the Bronco lifestyle. And like I said, at the end of the video, I'll be showing you guys how you can win one. But anyways, that is all we're going to mention in the news segment of this month's Bronco Breakdown. Man, I remember the times when it was hard to find Bronco content to throw into the breakdown. I remember when we had to scour the internet for Bronco related stuff, and now it's just like, it's like a potluck. And everybody brings steak and fried chicken and grandma's apple pie. It's like the Bronco community will never go hungry again for Bronco content because there's just so much. It's awful. My videos are being drowned in the YouTube algorithm. Ugh. I'm dying of the heat, bro. However, Wild Horses will still be the best place to catch early Bronco content. So, if you aren't subscribed already, make sure you do. With that said, it is time to dive into new products. So first on the new product shelf, we have a reproduction of the 1966 to 1977 Bronco style floor mat. Or at least we did, but they flew off the shelves. Obviously that shows that you guys like them, so we are gonna be ordering more. If you're interested in one, make sure you give us a call so that you can get your name in for the next batch. Next up, for those of you professional do-it-yourselfers, Wild Horses now carries unwelded fenders, both driver and passenger. These fenders allow for the customization that a lot of Bronco guys are looking for without the hassle of doing the little things like drilling out the spot welds and stuff. It just allows for a lot of play when you're really trying to dial in your Bronco. So if you're looking for something a little bit more custom, then check these fenders out. Wild Horses has you covered. And there you have it, guys. Those are your new products for July. Again, I've got to plug the new t-shirts because they're just freaking awesome. Anyways, it is time for future Bronco news. So first up, I will start with some of the coolest news that we have here, and that is the fact that I will be putting a video together highlighting all the stuff that went down in Johnson Valley during the Ford commercial shoot that I got to be a part of. Now, if you weren't aware of that fact, then you're probably not following my personal account on Instagram. But either way, I'll be putting a video together that just shows all of the cool stuff that went down there, so make sure you stick around for that. We've also got a bunch more sick content on the way. We've got like 5 videos sitting in the tank right now, ready to be pumped out to you guys. So if the Bronco off-road lifestyle is your thing, then make sure you subscribe. I've already said it. Make sure you hit the like button, do all of that cool stuff, and just support and stay along for the ride because we're having fun here. We want you guys to have fun with us. So hit that subscribe button. With that said, as far as events go, other than Super Celebration, still, you know, being said that it's gonna happen, September 9th through the 13th is Super Celebration West. We've got Super Celebration East in Tennessee coming up. Those are the only events that I've heard of that are still going down. But if any of you guys are watching this and you know of events that are happening, if you want to plug them in future Bronco Breakdowns, then just shoot me an email with some of that information. I'll talk back and forth and we'll make sure we get those plugged in next month's Bronco Breakdown and future stuff coming up. So if you got more information for future news that is going to be coming up, then just shoot it to me. But other than that, that's it for Bronco news. So with that said, you guys know what time it is. It is time to reveal the July Bronco of the month. Taking the coveted title this month is none other than the 1979 full-size Bronco owned by Josh Jacobson. Now take a load of this. This puppy is powered by a 2014 F-150 Coyote engine. It's sitting on a stock suspension lift with 33-inch Goodyear tires. There are a ton of goodies on this puppy. Beautiful Bronco, chromatic stripe package, and just everything that a full-size enthusiast could drool over. Congrats to Josh on being the owner of the July Bronco of the month. And there you have it, guys. That is a wrap to another Bronco Breakdown. Thank you guys so much for watching. In future Bronco Breakdowns, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to wade through all of the gnarly Bronco stuff that is happening and trying to keep you guys up to date with everything happening in the Bronco world. But we'll figure it out. It's going to be a good time. So like I said already, subscribe, stick around, enjoy it while it is here. Before we leave, whoa, can't be burping on YouTube. As promised, if you want to enter the t-shirt giveaway for this month's Bronco Breakdown, go ahead and comment down below your favorite color option for the new Bronco and whether you're a 2-door or 4-door guy. I've got a link to all of the color options for the Bronco down below, so if you're not familiar with them, just click the link, check it out, come back and comment. It's as easy as that. In 1 week, I'll go through and pick a winner and get all your information and send you out a free t-shirt. But anyways, guys, with all of that being said, what do I say after that?
We'll see you out there on the trail. Peace.
Thank you. We will see you out there on the trail. Peace!